you are looking at the beautiful, was that Claire Kerslake that I just saw join? That'd be lovely. Hi Kat. You're looking at the, what I thought was maybe going to be the sunny Auckland Harbour, but instead it's kind of a grey and slightly cool day up here. Hi Cassia, hi Steph. Lovely to see you guys. Hello. So I've just spent 2.5 hours waiting at the US visa office, and yes, I've turned this on the side so it's easier to film. I've just spent, let me go out here where see the ocean. No, not good. Yeah, 2.5 hours waiting for my US visa, which actually got approved earlier this year, but I had to go in for an informal interview. So I waited for 2.5 hours after queuing up to then spend 30 seconds giving my fingerprints and answering 2 questions, and they said, okay, your visa's approved. I was like, oh, what a waste of time. Well, not a complete waste of time, because that's what this 30-day challenge is all about. So hi, I'm Natalie Sisson, the Suitcase Entrepreneur. I've been periscoping almost every single day for the entire month of October. It was part of the 30-day challenge. We're now into November, which shows you that I missed about 3 or 4 days there when I didn't do it every single day, but that's also okay. But my point was today is on my travels throughout the world to 69 countries and counting, I'm always amazed at people at airports and in train stations and just queuing for stuff and standing there for hours and never actually like reading a book, reading a digital book, listening to music, listening to a podcast, and making the most use of the time. So today I was reading an entire book on the United States and what to do there and where to travel, for food, for adventure, for culture, for festivals. I mean, I literally read through this entire magazine with gorgeous pictures and learnt a lot more about the US that I didn't know. And meanwhile, everybody else was just sitting there twiddling their thumbs, watching patiently as everybody was getting interviewed and just wondering if they were going to be next up, you know, in line. And I was just like, that's 2 hours or 2.5 hours of your life you've just lost. So the really short message today from down at Auckland Harbour waterfront is to make the most use of your time always. Hi there, hi, I'm just saying hi to people. Hi Johnny. Yeah, thank you for the hearts and love. But how often have you guys been stuck in a queue? Sorry, it's a line for those of you who don't know what a queue is. Or just been stuck waiting, or your travel plans have changed, or something's gone wrong and you really wished you'd bought a book, or you wish that you had a digital book on you or a podcast. Totally great ways to make the most use of your time. Or just have a notebook at all times whereby you can write down your greatest, brilliant, most inspirational ideas of the time, or just jot down your notes or diarize, or maybe plot out a blog post or write some content or do whatever it is that you need for your business and lifestyle. Just make use of your time. It's so precious. Does everybody agree? Come on, you lovely people who are live on this call. Let me know. And meanwhile, I'm just gonna spin back round to the harbour. There's a big cruise liner back there. Cassie says, yeah, that's what I do, read or work from my phone. Go to Burning Man. Well, I could have gone to Burning Man if I wasn't in a visa office where they confiscated everything. They basically take your phone off you and make you turn it off. They take your bag, so you're only allowed the documents. But if I could have gone to Burning Man in my mind, maybe I would have. Anyway, once again, I'm Natalie Sisson from the suitcaseentrepreneur.com. I now have a US visa as an exceptional person, extraordinary abilities. It was an O1 visa that I got, which allows me to live and work in the US for 2 years full time, and even more than that if I really want. What's that? Let's always make a conversation with people. Yes, I started chatting to somebody in the line, and the very first question I said, oh, what sort of visa are you here to get? And he said, oh, a tourist visa. And I said, oh, great, you know, like, why do you have to come into the consulate to do that? He says, you can do that as an ESTA online, like most of us can. And he's like, oh, because I have a criminal conviction, so they need to see you in person. So that kind of stopped the conversation for a while until I just started asking more questions, like where he was going. You could switch off for a while. I really like that idea, Andy. And I did, like once I'd read the entire magazine through, I was pretty tired. I just decided to observe people, listen to the conversations that were going on, and just get lost in my own thoughts. Absolutely. But if it's any more than like half an hour of doing that, oh sorry, I'm like, what's the point? Oh, there's some boats coming in around here. It's pretty exciting. Can you see that? Yeah. This is the Hilton Hotel over here in Auckland, by the way, which is meant to look like a cruise ship. Hey, Puerto Rico, USA. I read all about you today in this USA magazine. I really want to go to Puerto Rico now. Looks amazing, and the culture there looks incredible. Also Virgin Islands. I've never been to Guam. I learned so much today about places that I want to go in the US, but I won't be going until April next year. And I'm not even sure entirely why I now have this US visa, because at the time I did want to live and work there, and now I'm very much happy to be in New Zealand for a while. But it's always good to have it, legitimately be able to work and run my business from there. So yay, that's all I have to say for the 30-day challenge today. Please go to youtube.com/Natalie Sisson, and you will see all my other YouTube, all my other Periscope challenges for the day. Thank you for your hearts and love. I'm off to lunch with clients and friends, and then back down to Wellington. So traveling today, flying on a plane, doing what the Suitcase Entrepreneur does. Take care, thank you for coming along. Bye.